Alright, what's up guys, it's Tien. I'm bringing you the advanced version of the Lightning Archon Manual Heal Wizard. If you're looking for the beginner video, check out my other videos. That'll go into the gear, the stats, the Paragon points, the gems and stuff like that. This is the more advanced video, which will be getting into the finer things of the build. And if you're looking to push a higher GR and you're stuck in low 70s or low 80s or something, you want to try and push harder, this video should help you out with that and kind of pass along the knowledge that I've gained while playing the build. The first thing I want to talk about is how the proc actually works. Manual Heal uses your paralysis passive, and then every attack that you do during the paralysis passive procs your Manual Heal multiplier, and it's a multiplier that's anywhere from 13,000 to 14,000 damage. It's really high, one of the highest multipliers in the game, definitely one of the highest for Wizard. So the whole entire build basically revolves around getting a ton of attack speed and a ton of multipliers to try and make this proc as powerful as possible. So you can see here I'm using the Zay's Stone of Vengeance, the Starfire Wand in the cube, and the Power Hungry passive. And you'll notice when I'm doing gameplay, and you can check out my videos where I'm clearing a 97 and a 96 and all that, and you can see that I'm trying to maintain distance to get the most out of my Manual Heal procs. So positioning is pretty important, and you want to prepare for your time outside of Archon and prepare for the time at the very start of your Archon, because that's when you're going to get the most stacks. So I'm going to switch to kind of a gameplay video, or maybe you can see that happening. You'll see right when I hit my 4-stack towels and hop into Archon, I'll be standing still a lot of the time and just trying to channel as much damage as possible. This is different from the Firebird Archon, where you're just trying to ignite people, and you might see the Archon player kind of twirl around and ignite all the enemies. For this particular build, you kind of want to be channeling all in the same spot. So as soon as you hit them with the stun, you want to keep the lightning on top of them and keep it channeled on their face, so you can get as many Manual Heal procs as possible. That's pretty important. It's a mistake that newer players might make. You'll notice it. You won't notice it if you're clearing like T13s or something like that, because you'll proc it and then like 2 Manual procs might kill the mob. But when you're doing higher GRs, things won't die with just 2 Manual procs. You're gonna need to channel it for a really long time on top of the mob. So you'll see me just kind of tunnel in on one set of mobs. So it's pretty important to position in that way and focus your damage in that way. The next thing I want to talk about is my Merc. And it's important that he has the cannot die token. I think that's pretty obvious, but some of the not obvious stuff is the Oculus Ring, which creates the circles on the ground, which again is another multiplier for your build. So when I'm doing my solo gameplay, you'll see me try and stand in the Oki Ring whenever possible. However, I don't want to lose my range buff that I was talking about before with the Zay's Starfire and Power Hungry passive. If choosing between the two, I definitely want those 3 multipliers from the range over the 1 multiplier from the Oki Ring. So, it's a judgment call sometimes on when to go for the Oki Ring and when not to, and that's something you'll get from experiencing and playing the build. The other 2 items that kind of synergize together are Thunder Fury with the Word Ward. I don't know how you say this ring, but basically he deals lightning damage with the Thunder Fury, and then you have a 35% chance to stun them. This doesn't override your paralysis passive, so it's just extra CC that comes from your Merc. I like this Ami, the S of Johan. It pulls them in and slows them. Another Ami choice might be the Overwhelming Desire. It gives you another multiplier of 35%. When he hits, he can charm them. And the shield that everybody uses is the Freeze of Deflection. Again, it's just more CC that comes from your Merc. He never dies because of his cannot die token, so he's just in there blocking attacks and whatnot, and he can freeze the enemy. It works on Rift Guardians too, so it's pretty useful. It's pretty nice. The next thing I want to talk about is when to skip mobs. And I talk about this when I'm doing my solo GRs, but typically I want to skip Thunderstorm, Frozen, Ghosts, Spear Chuckers, Lacuni Huntresses, stuff like that. Honestly, you might be a better player against those particular mobs, and you can handle them better. But in my experience, those are the ones that I almost always skip, no matter what. Um, you know, Sometimes circumstance might be okay. Thunderstorm and Frozen is on a low health mob that I can really easily kill, or maybe my 4 stack towels is coming up and I can really burst down that enemy from a long distance. So it's something you're gonna have to learn through experience. I know that's not a great answer, but just play the build often and then know what you can deal with as a player. With your ping, with your setup, with your skills, basically. What you can kill and what you can't kill. And to that end, the last thing I want to talk about is high GR fishing. And so, with these mob types and all the crazy affixes, and even the map sometimes can dictate what you want to skip and what you don't want to skip. Don't be afraid to just rip a rift right away. And what I mean by that is just like exiting out of the rift. You die. Don't bang your head against it. Don't feel like you have to clear everything. That's a mistake that the newer players make. I think that covers everything I want to cover. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys when I'm streaming next time. Thanks.